Welcome to Livetutelage.com, best e-learning portal for IIT JEE, NEET and Foundation.
Hello students, in this video I will discuss how to calculate the radius of a solid crystal element. This is the density formula given, and the formula says density is equal to Z multiplied by M upon A cube and Na. Z is the number of atoms per unit cell, M is the molar mass in gram per mole, A cube is the volume of unit cell, where A is edge length of unit cell, and it is measured in centimeters. Remember the unit of edge length, hence Na is the Avogadro numbers, hence D is measured in gram per centimeter cube. In this problem, I will show you how you can calculate the radius of a solid crystal element. The problem says that iron is an element which crystallizes as body-centered cubic lattice. It means that it is having BCC structure, and from this information we can get Z value. Z value for BCC structure is 2. It means that number of atoms per unit cell are 2 in BCC structure. Has a density of 7.87 gram per centimeter cube. Density means D value is given, and at this temperature 20 degrees C. Now the question says calculate the radius of iron atom. Before we find out the radius of iron atom, we need to know the edge length of unit cell, A value, and then we can find out the radius of iron atoms. We apply the density formula. Here you can see that it is having A components, and so we can plug in the values and we can find out A value. Then we can direct to find out the radius of iron atoms. Let's apply the density formula. Here we have density value is given, that is 7.87, and it is gram per centimeter cube, is equal to Z value is given. Z is equal to 2 because BCC structure is there, that's why we have 2 atoms per unit cell. And M is the atomic mass of this element. Atomic mass you can find out in the periodic table of elements, that is 55.85, and its unit is gram per mole. Answer divided by here A cube, and this is what we are going to find out from this setup. Answer Na is Avogadro numbers, and we know that it is equal to 6.0 multiplied by 10 to power 23, and it is per mole. Now we can do the calculation, and our main goal is to find out A value. Here we can do the cross multiplication. To simplify it, we can transfer A cube on left side. Here we have A cube on left side, and so the setup we have 2 multiplied by 55.85, and so unit is better, we cancel out the units. Let me put up unit here, then I will cancel. Gram per mole. Answer at the bottom here we have 6.0 multiplied by 10 to power 23, and it is per mole. And so this value also comes down. Here we have 7.87, and it is gram per centimeter cube. Now we can cancel the same units. Mole per mole will cancel out, gram will cancel out, and centimeter cube will go up. As a result, we get the unit of volume of unit cell as a centimeter cube. Now let's do the calculation. We multiply the top numbers, and so we multiply the bottom numbers, and we divide them. Here we have 2 multiplied by top number 55.85, and the value which we get, that is 111.7. Here we have 111.7, and at the bottom we can multiply the numbers. 6.0, here we get 6.0, and it is multiplied by 7.87, and the value which we get, that is 47.22. Here we have 47.22, and it is multiplied by here we have the exponent, that is 23. Now we can divide these values, and so unit, remember unit is centimeter cube. Here we have at the top, that is 111.7, and it is divided by 47.22, and the value which we get, that is 2.366. Here we get 2.366, and multiplied by this is positive exponent which is at the bottom, and when it goes up we get negative exponents, 10 to power minus 23, and it is in centimeter cube. Now we can find out A value. We can take cube root. Here we have A is equal to, and the value which we get 2.366 multiplied by 10 to power minus 23, and it is centimeter cube, and brackets here we get 1/3. Now let's use the calculators. The value we have, that is 2.366, and it is multiplied by 10 to power minus 23, and here we get 3 is equal to 2.87. Here we get 2.871 multiplied by 10 to power minus 8, and so this is 2.87 multiplied by 10 to power minus 8, and it is in centimeters. This is the length of unit cell. A value we got it. Here you can see that we got A value, and it is in centimeters. Now we find out the relation between A and R, that is the radius of atoms in BCC structures. If we look at the relations here, you can see that this is the BCC structures, and for this you can see that the relation between A and R's length of the unit cell and the radius of the atoms is given. A is equal to 4 R's upon under root 3. Since we have to find out R value, we can do the cross multiplication. As a result, we get R is equal to under root 3A. It is 3 upon 4. This is the setup we get. This is the relation we get. Now let me let me write that formula and plug in A value. Here we have R is equal to, here we get 3 under root 3A upon and 4. Now let's move on. Under root 3 value we can plug in the value which we can better use calculators. Here we have 3, and under root 3 is equal to, here we have 1.732, and multiplied by A value, we can plug in this A value here, 2.87 multiplied by 10 to power minus 8, and it is in centimeters. At the bottom we have 4. Now we can do the calculation, multiply the top numbers and divide by the bottom one, 1.732, and multiplied by 2.87, the value which we get 4.97084. At the bottom we have 4, better we divide this value by 4, and this is the value we get, that is 1.24. Here we have 1.24, and the exponent, that is 10 to power minus 8, and it is in centimeters. This is the radius of iron atom. You can see how we calculated the radius of iron atoms. Here first we need to know the edge length of the unit cell in BCC structure. Keep in mind the BCC structure. If FCC structure is there, then the relation between A and R will change. As I showed you these formulas, for FCC structure the formula will be different. Here you can see that this is the different formula, and so this is how you can calculate the radius of a solid crystal element. Thank you.
If you like this video, please click the like button. If you have any questions or suggestions, please comment below. For more updates on IIT JEE or NEET exams, please subscribe to our channel to get a lot of updates. Support us by following us on Facebook and Twitter. To sharpen your skills, please try out our test series on Livetutelage.com. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.